Well, I'm sure that networking itself is a skill that needs to be practiced. I imagine without those personal questions, the conversation would be fairly robotic. You
Right.
know, and um, and in fact, without that personal touch, you must lose the passion for having the conversations. It would be work, but again, I think in having all these connections, all these conversations, there's a surface level, and then there's a deeper one. Well, for one, you're fulfilling an SEC requirement by having
That's
this
right.
pre-existing relationship, but on a deeper level, you're getting to know your investors. You're getting to know your partners, and of course, they're getting to know you. So I think that's important. And one of the things for new capital raisers is that it's like this huge mountain to climb, but they're just looking at the top. The that figure. But I think you mentioned before, like right now, you're raising capital. Might not have a deal in the
That's
pipeline yet,
right.
but you're raising capital right now. So, how about finding partners, finding the deals, the rest of the enchilada?
Yeah. I would say partners are found in similar ways, as investors, right? It's going to conferences, it's meeting people, it's having people on your podcast and developing those relationships, no doubt about it. And but as far as the deals, most of our projects have all been through broker relationships or relationships we've developed with some specific developers in the markets that we're in, and that's we've not really gone after, say, your off market type deals. We bought some, because of previous relationships or because of properties we bought from other sellers, where there might be a deal or two we bought off market because of that relationship. But for the most part, it's been working those broker relationships, for a number of years now, and them seeing that you can perform, seeing you can raise the money, seeing that you're serious, and just being polite, being respectful, and doing what you say you're going to do. It really does matter, no doubt about it. But then the developer relationships as well. There's a couple different markets we've bought brand new deals in, but it's because that we knew those developers or had connected with them and nurtured those relationships. And then we bought one deal from them, and then we bought a second deal from them. We've done that with two different developers now. We bought more than one deal from them that they built. But because we took the time to meet them and build the relationship for that first one.
What about you mentioned you have a CRM now? What are you using to manage all these names and relationships?
We use HubSpot. We've used HubSpot for a long time. We switched to Salesforce at one point, which was a major mistake. I'll just want to put that out there to save anybody the headache. Major mistake. And then we actually switched back to HubSpot. And I actually at the moment, just in case anybody's looking for a CRM, I think one of the best options out there right now is a product called Go High Level, and I'm using it in a different business a little bit, and some other team members, and I think that for the money, it's very robust and a lot cheaper than HubSpot. Just so you know, but once you get so ingrained in one, it's really hard to change as well. But
Yeah.
even in that regard, it's like we set up different sequences of emails as well. And so, when I talk to an investor, I go in, I mark them as an investor, I document the phone conversation, I follow up with an email, a personalized email, right? So that way they know how to get a hold of me at any time. They can schedule a call at any time. They got my phone number, all those things. But I also enroll them in a sequence of emails, right? And so then I know, hey, over the next few months, they're going to learn about who LifeBridge is. They're going to learn about who Whitney Sewell is, the team is, what our mission is, and more about Omna. And they're going to get to know those things. Guess what? Without me even lifting a finger at that point. Right. And that's where the CRM really helps us to start to scale, because I can't remember to follow up with all those people, but I can, hit a button right then to put them in a certain sequence. So they start to learn those things. And then they can even respond to those emails and ask questions if they want. But either way, we get to stay in front of them, for a pretty good period of time.